Hello everyone, FunshineX here. Welcome back to another episode of TerraFirmaCraft, TerraFirma in Motion mod pack by Grimcore. I'm on his server, and I've been playing a little bit off camera. What have I done? Well, I got another grinder, so I can grind graphite and kaolinite. Look how much I have. I've got 2 barrels full. This iron pickaxe with vein miner is awesome. I just went and found a ravine, and it happened to have some graphite in it that I found with my prospector's pick. Walked right up to it, vein mined it, and got like 8 stacks. Found another little piece, got another like 4 stacks. So it's crazy. Definitely good. This is what we're eating today. We're eating a cooked pork with banana, carrot, and peach on wheat bread. Yummy. What else have I done? I've been working on my iron. You can see I've got... Sorry, I thought there was a mob there. We've got quite a few iron tools. I got an iron proctor's pick, pickaxe, axe, shovel. I built the flint and steel, which is just an iron ingot and a flint. This is just like a fire starter that has a lot more durability. That's really all it is. The shears, on the other hand, are amazing. You build them with 2 wrought iron knife blades back in here and work them together to make shears. They have no dura, and they can cut down leaves, and you get a ton of saplings this way. So I've been taking Douglas firs, planting like 3 of them, cut down all the leaves on those, planted like 8 more, cut down all the leaves in there, planted, I got tons of leaves, but you can see it's really quick to cut them down, and you get lots of saplings. I'll come back to that in a minute. So definitely once you get iron, I recommend making that. Yeah, I haven't converted all my tools to iron. I don't have iron armor yet. But I do, using my cheating method, where stuff doesn't cool down. I've got 4 of the 8 double iron sheets that I need for the blast furnace. So we're close. We've got half. Not really, because after we get the blast furnace, we need another bunch of regular sheets, 16 more regular sheets to cover the fire bricks. Which we're going to make in a minute. But there's 6 more ingots there, there's 2 there, and I think there's probably another... Oh, nope, I didn't make another one. Yeah. Alright, so let's go into project chest. This one became my project chest. I made a ceramic bucket. This is used with fire clay, which I can make easily now since I have so much kaolinite and graphite. But the problem is, even though it says you can pick it up, if we look at ceramic bucket, you can pick up fresh water, salt water, and hot springs water. That worked fine, but I couldn't like put it down in the world. So I'm not sure if there's a trick to do that. Maybe when I get a steel bucket, I can test and see if there's something I need to do. If anyone has used this Uteri mod, TFC Uteri, let me know if that ceramic bucket has any limitations or what its purpose is if it can't place water. There we go. We've got this. I made an iron buckle. Now that attaches to a standard tucker bag, which is a bag that you can use to pick up animals in. You like squeeze them in your bag. So that can pick up small animals. But we add the iron buckle, and now we can pick up big animals. It's going to take durability every time we pick them up and put them down, so we can only do it a few times, but there is a way to repair it. But I need to make one of these standard tucker bags. It takes 4 jute fibers and then burlap cloth, which is more jute on a loom. Let's start the jute process. If you notice over here, I've got water in a barrel. I'm going to put my jute plants in there and seal it, and in 8 hours we should have jute fibers. 16 jute fibers. Pretty cool. This guy here is a grill. It's a 6-slot campfire, basically. You put fuel here, you light it on fire, and then this thing can cook 6 things at once. So you still have to have a fire source underneath it. You need to have 2 blocks here for actually to attach to, but it's pretty cool. It costs, I think I might have already shown this, but it's 2 double iron, so it's 4 ingots to make this grill. It's not bad. Cooking 6 things at once. And actually, that's probably a good thing to place those there. They might catch on fire. Oh well. In here, I'm making soy milk. As you remember, every time well, I've died recently, so these all reset. The server lagged out on me, came back in, was dead. That kind of sucked. But our dairy always goes really low, so I was looking for solutions. Esk has found cows, so I could go up to X house and get some milk, but that's not going to last very long. So I wanted some sustainable milk, and we have soybeans that we've been growing in our farms, which are really easy to get. If we take those and grind them up in the curd, you get soybean paste, which is still a protein. But if you put that in a barrel of hot water, you can get soy milk. That's awesome. Now, with a full bucket of hot water, which you get by taking a bucket of fresh water, putting it in either a forge or a fire pit to get it hot, so you have to do this 10 times to get a full barrel full, you need between 40 and like 120 ounces, or it won't work. If you put in 160 ounces like this recipe shows, it will not work. It will not create anything. It will just sit there. But if you put at least 40 and less than 120, I think it is, then it will start conversion. It does take 3 in-game days. We started out on the 8th of September. It is now still the 8th of September. So yeah, this could be a little bit of time, but you can see it's going to output soy milk. All this, 10 buckets of soy milk. That soy milk we can either drink, which I'm hoping is classified as a dairy, even though it's a non-dairy technical. I don't know, it's a dairy substitute. But even so, if we can't do that, I believe we can craft it into cheese by putting with vinegar, mixing it with vinegar. We're going to have to look up that later. I just wanted to get the soy milk, test drinking it to see if it'll give me some dairy on my health meter. All right, let's look at our skills while we're at it. Look, I am an expert at agriculture. I went over to the community farm, planted a whole bunch of seeds in the summer, came back in the August and harvested them all. It took like 2 in-game days to harvest the entire field, and got myself up to expert. What's cool is once you're an expert, when you have a pickaxe in your hand, you can see the nutrients in the ground. I think at a little lower level, you can also tell when plants are ready to be harvested easier. Wayla kind of already does that for you, so that's not a huge bonus, but I don't know. So let's see our jute fiber. It's going to be a while. We'll come back to it. Go back to this project chest. The stuff I wanted to show. We're still haven't killed another animal to get a sinew, so we're waiting on that to make the bow and arrow, or the crossbow, I think. We do have mortar and some fire bricks here. Now, fire bricks are created by taking fire clay, 4 of it, and you get 2 ingots. Put that in a kiln. It looks like that's the only way, is using the pit kiln. You get the fire bricks, and you use those to make the fire brick blocks, which are part of your blast furnace. You need 4 of them for every level, and I think it can go 3 or 4 levels high, so we're probably only going to get 1 level out of this. The recipe, yeah, 5 bricks there. And we'll see, we'll get 4 fire blocks. That's good. That'll at least give us the minimum amount that we need to get this blast furnace running. So I'm just going to put those back in there, and we'll use them again once we have the blast furnace and the iron sheets for it. Okay. What else? I showed you guys that. Showed you all the tools. Yeah, food doesn't rot if you put it in chests like that. I'm so bad. Grandma's going to kick me off his server for cheating. Oh, I wanted to show you guys. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. Let's heat this thing up. I'm not certain, but I think everybody gets a randomized anvil. Like when you create a game based on your like player or something, you get a randomized anvil. What I mean by that is the like different recipes involve different things up here, or there's different amounts down here. I'm not sure. Like it picks a random place. But I'm going to show you for me how to make an iron ingot really fast. And you can try it on your game and see if it works. And if it does, awesome. If it doesn't, oh well. So let's get this baby hot. What's nice about iron is the regular furnace here does not get hot enough to melt this. It will get up to white yellow, 4-star, 3-star or something, and just sit there. That'll be stopped. So as long as you put enough charcoal in here, you can just put it in here and forget about it. If we do use the bloomer, it is possible to melt that thing, I believe. But we're all good. All right, you done yet? Still working on the jute. Yeah, so many trees. This is like awesome for charcoal, having these Douglas firs. Yeah, I've got my 2 charcoal garages over there. I've cleared out one and started populating the other one. Alright, let's get this thing heated up. Faint red. I'm just going to go ahead and use this a little bit. I got lots of charcoal. Look how hot it got. Woo! Yeah. That's amazing. Oh, we're going to get into the white. Look at that. Okay, dark red. It's going to get there. Anything else I can show? I mean, we can look at quests and see what we have left. There's not much to do. I don't know where Nice is. I need to talk about Grim about making this like any brick. Instead of that specific one. Making the blast furnace, making the better bow, and killing some skeletons. That's all I have left to do. In the pack, anyway. I mean, in his alpha set of quests. There's a lot more to do in TerraFirmaCraft, and then even more to do because we're playing modded TerraFirmaCraft. I stuck all my old tools here on this pillar, just so if I ever die, I can grab them off here. And use them to get back where I'm going. Alright, we're workable. Let's get up to yellow-white, just to make it easy. Have plenty of time. Because I like to be able to work it, split it, and then work all of the individual ingots as well. If I get up to yellow-white, it should be good to do that. Not a good idea to drink out of the same barrel you wash your ingots off in. Oh well. What's a little char? A little carbon in your diet. Ah! Do not step on that thing. It's a half, yeah. Alright, we're yellow 4. Let's get up to yellow white 2-star maybe. Plenty of time to work this thing. Alright. We're ready to go. Alright, put this thing in here. This is going to take 3 hits, right? 3 little hits is equal to 1 punch and 1 bend. So if we can get this thing exactly on, which it's not. So if it's not on, you go to right below and you light hit punch twice. It'll be exactly on. Bend, punch, hit, 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 and you're done. Now we're going to work it again into the split. This one, all you need to do is punch it a bunch. Again. There we go. If it's off by half, hit it, punch it. All right, now we got all those individual ones. If they're hot enough, I just stick them in here. Because it doesn't cool down, right? And we'll put them in there. And this one, again, it's going to be a hit, hit, hit. So I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bam, bam. 1, 2, 3, 4. And there we go. There's an ingot for you. Oops, don't need to shoot in there. So again, for me, this recipe is equal to 6 shrinks, a bend, a punch, and 4 hits. 4 light hits will get me there every time. Don't even have to think about it. It's just automatic now. Bam! It might not be the most perfectly efficient because I am having to send it up and then go back down, but it's so easy. Than to try and think about it every time. You cooled off, right? Yeah, okay. Alright, let's do the last 2. And I'll work these later. But I think what this means is by next episode we should be ready to build our blast furnace and get our first steel, which I'm so excited for. Yeah! I don't know. Should be done with our jute fibers. Yes, we are. Okay. You're still working on the soy milk. Let's go in here, and we need to make a loom. Okay. We forgot about doing that. That's one thing I should have been doing. But a loom is 7 lumber with a stick. What kind of lumber are we going to make it out of? Probably a maple lumber. There's no sense having two because you have to actively click on this thing a lot. So it's fine. So in there, we're going to take our 12 jute. Now don't put too much on there or you might make the wrong recipe. So with 12 jute, we click there. There we go. And then we're going to start working this thing. How do we work this thing? Oh, there it goes. Shift right click on it will work it. And you can see every time we shift right click, another row kind of weaves itself in. The silk takes a lot longer, but the wool and the burlap are pretty easy. All right, is it done? There we go. So we got burlap there. So let's do the same thing again. But you can see it's something you got to manually click on unless you've got some kind of mod that does a, click on an item for you. But they made it so you have to shift right click. I don't know if many mod blocks can do that. And then once it's done, right click again. Okay. So now it's two burlap, 4 jute makes us a standard tucker bag. Now this, let's get our leather and our belt buckle out. It makes 2 belt buckles. I don't know why. I guess I can melt this one back down for some iron if I really cared. And then a knife, and there we go. Reinforced tucker bag. Takes a little durability off your knife, and you're good to go. Now, if this ever gets damaged, all I have to do is have 1 burlap cloth, 1 leather, and my knife again, and I can heal it. So I just really wanted to have this on me in case I encountered an animal. Now the problem is I'm also carrying a bucket, and if I ever have something in this bucket, like a sealet, I can't carry an animal and a bucket at the same time, so I'm gonna have to empty that. So might have to make some hard choices, whether an animal is worth losing all my stuff in my barrel, if in fact it is, pretty full. But there we go. Got a lot more jute fiber. We're done with the mortar. Fire bricks we can probably put in here. Sure, whatever. I'll find them later, or I won't, and I'll be like, where the heck are they? Iron buckle. What can we do with this? Yeah, we'll put it in the crucible, melt it down. Oh, it has to be brilliant white? Is that what it said? Wow. Alright, forget it. Just put it in there. That's like junk. Okay, back outside. What are we waiting for? We're waiting for the stupid soy milk to finish. That's going to take a long time. Alrighty. What should we do? Alright, I'm going to take a pause until the soy milk is done, and we'll come back and see if it's in fact dairy or if we need to turn it into cheese. So I'll be right back, guys. And we are back, and we have some soy milk. It worked, guys. 10 buckets of soy milk. Sweet. So let's unseal it. Let's go get a bucket, and we'll find out if we are able to drink this thing. We can try with ceramic bucket. I'm not sure if that's going to work. Where's my other bucket? That's got water in it. Just go ahead and put this in the ocean, or in the lake, in the gigantic lake that I thought was an ocean. Okay, can we drink this? No. Nothing. Okay. Nope. Okay. So we need to turn it into cheese then. So to do that, kernel milk is created with adding a single bucket of vinegar to a barrel containing at least 1 bucket of milk. You get a little bit more than 1 bucket of cheese. So it wants us to add 1 bucket of vinegar to 9 buckets of milk to get a full thing. The problem is I can't pull out a bucket. Can I switch it to out? Yeah, there's really no way to do it, to pull it out. So we're just going to have to waste a little bit, I think. But we need to get vinegar. So to get vinegar, let's go look at this. I've got to scroll back in the wiki a little bit. It wants to do... Vinegar is created by adding a large enough piece of fruit to an alcohol barrel. Sealing the barrel for 8 hours. Fruit is a limiting factor in this recipe. In every 1 bucket of alcohol, there must be 10 ounces of fruit. Okay, but we need to get alcohol in first. We can get alcohol a bunch of different ways. We need 40 ounces of food, and we can either add hops, apple, sugar, rice, rye, corn, whiskey, and potato. Or whiskey is wheat. Alright, I think we have some of those. So let's go in here. Probably have it in here. Look, we finally got the block made. Yay! It was just a visual bug. It actually crafted it, but like the crafting window was blank. You just clicked on it and actually got it. So this orange bar means we are safe, and it says 127 hours. That is crazy. Anyway, there's no interface to it. It just has that little color there. Okay, so we have soybeans. No, no, crap. We might have to go to the farm. Do I have any wheat in here? Any sugar? Anything? Potato? Oh, man. Not looking like we do. Let me look at this thing again. Green apples. We can go see if our apples... We can make cider beer. So let's go check at our farm. Our fruit farm here. See if we have any apples. If not, I'm going to run to the community farm and grab some stuff. And then I'll be back. But let's check this first. I really got to make like a path or a road. And this has got to have a bridge for sure right there. It's just begging for a bridge. Here's what's left of the cabin. It's just a floating piece of wood and a floor of mud. Look at this beautiful, beautiful fruit farm, fruit tree farm. Doesn't look like anything is in bloom, especially not apples. Actually, what's this? Cherries. Cherries are in bloom. I can grab them. Actually, they're not even... Looks like they're still growing. Okay, I'm going to head over there and grab some, I don't know, maybe some wheat, make some whiskey. Or some cider. Let's go with cider. I don't know. Either way, I will be back in just a bit. Alright guys, I made it over here and I was going to put this on camera because I don't think I've ever showed it before. This is a cellar. You make this cellar wall and you kind of enclose it and you make like a 7x7 or 5x5, whatever the largest room is here. I have two little doors there. Yeah, now we've got this cellar and all food in here will stay fresh more or less. At least a lot longer than it would just out in the open. Alright, so we got plenty of fruits here. I'm looking for one that is exactly 160 with no decay. Probably not going to happen. We get this one that's 50 ounces. That would work for one barrel. Let's do that. We don't need a ton of alcohol here. Let's get some rye as well. Oh, they've all been turned into grain. Oh no, I need dust anyway, so that's fine. Is there... Yeah, perfect. Wheat, we can make whiskey. Okay, we got what I want. I feel no issues in taking stuff from that store because I've harvested these fields like 10 times. So I put in the work, earned the food that I'm taking. Is it? Oh, what time is it actually? It needs to be planted here? Oops, wrong. Yeah, 1st of June. So it needs to be planted in about 5 days here. We're so far south that you can't plant in June. It's like too cold. You have to kind of wait till July. You can plant some stuff. Oh, but since we are in spring, we're starting to get these random seeds growing again. So I want some green beans. Okay, sun's going down, so we gotta work fast. But here is our maple barrel full of fresh water. Unseal it. Let's go ahead and put the apple in there. Seal that. That should make some cider. Remember, it needs 40 ounces of fruit to make this alcohol per barrel. If you do have something that's too much, like this is 52, you can actually craft it with a knife, and it will usually cut it. See how it cuts it in half? From 52.4 to 26.2. So now I have two smaller ones, and I always craft them back together too by hitting S. So that's how you split them. You have to use the knife to get rid of all the decay, and then use the knife again to split them in half. So might as well try to be efficient. If it was only on the server, I could sleep right now and make this go real fast. Well, guys, I just looked at the recipe and realized it's going to take 72 hours for this thing to turn into cider and this guy to turn into whiskey. So that's a ways to wait. I'm just going to put that in the next episode. We will start off with that, taking the cider out of here. We'll put in some fruit. You see I've got some 100-ounce peaches here, just above 100-ounce peaches, ready to go in there to make vinegar. When we'll take the vinegar and put it in here. I was able to get a bucket out by using a glass bottle. So you can just right click on it and you can drink it. It actually doesn't give you dairy. It gives you, it's like you're drinking water. That's all there is. It just hydrates your blue bar there. So that's all soy milk is good for now. But once we add the vinegar into it, we'll have some cheese and we'll finally get some dairy. And what's actually funny is I've been dying so much that my dairy health stays up normal because I keep dying all the time. Yeah. But anyway, guys, that's going to do it for this episode. If you liked it, hit that like button. You want to see more, subscribe to my channel. See you next time where we're going to work on the cheese. We're also going to get into latex because we're going to need to get some rubber to move into some of the mods that are coming up. So I need to find some trees. I think that one actually works. But we need to craft some tools for that and get some sap out of that tree, and we'll turn it into latex and then eventually rubber. So you want to see that? Come back next time. It's been Fun X. I'll see you next time. Catch you later. Bye.